This is French artist Henri Matisse. Matisse was born in the 1860s. Matisse was a painter, but once he got older, he had trouble painting, and so he started making cut paper pictures. Last week, you guys learned about geometric shapes. These are all geometric shapes. Organic shapes are shapes that are often found in nature. The shape of a leaf is an organic shape. The shape of a blob is an organic shape. Any shape that doesn't have an exact name, these are all examples of organic shapes. For this week's assignment, you guys are going to draw as many organic shapes as you can to fill up a space. I've drawn lots of different organic shapes on my page right now, but there's still lots of space that I could fill up with more. You can draw with pencil first if you think you need to erase. Here's my drawing that I made using marker. I'm going to color it in later. Another option to complete this assignment would be to cut and glue using colored paper. You can use construction paper, or if you don't have construction paper, you could use wrapping paper. You could use paper that you pull out of a magazine, or if you have paints at home, you could paint paper and use that. I think I'm going to use a little bit of all of those. First, I have a couple of tips to share with you when you cut out complicated shapes. You could start by drawing them. If you're using painted paper, draw on the white side. And then, when you cut, if you're cutting a complicated shape, try turning your paper instead of turning your scissors. It's kind of like driving. Drive your scissors. Turn your paper so your scissors follow the line. Cutting takes a lot of practice. Remember, you need to cut out enough shapes to fill your whole space. The larger your space is that you're gluing them to, the larger you can make your shapes. The larger your shapes are, the easier they're going to be to cut out. When you guys are cutting or drawing your shapes, the more different sizes you have, the easier it will be to fill up your whole page. Now that I have lots of different shapes cut out, and they're all organic shapes, remember, not geometric shapes, organic shapes, I can start gluing them onto my background page. You can glue them onto a piece of colored paper. You can glue them onto a piece of white paper. You get to choose. If you glue them onto a piece of white paper, another idea might be to use markers or crayons or paint even and add even more color. Before you glue things down, arrange a few things around on your paper to decide what you might want to do. Have a plan. It's okay if things overlap in your design or go over each other. That makes it look more interesting. Also, if things stick off the edge, be sure you trim it with a pair of scissors. Don't forget to take a picture of your work and send it to me in Google Classroom.